Namaste, hello everyone, welcome back to the part 2 of the microorganisms. So today we will learn about harmful microorganisms. Now you see, microorganisms are harmful in many different ways. Okay, so let us discuss in detail. Now you see, microorganisms can cause disease in human beings. Okay, now the disease causing microorganisms are known as pathogens. And you know, these pathogens enter our body through the water we drink, the food we eat and the air we breathe. Okay. Now see, there are some diseases which are known as communicable diseases. Okay, and these diseases, they can transfer from an infected person to a healthy person through the air we breathe, through the water we drink and the food we eat, and also by physical contact, this disease can cause. And such communicable disease are the common cold, tuberculosis, chicken pox, malaria, etc. And one more interesting thing, that is, do you know, when we sneeze, thousands of the viruses, when we sneeze, thousands of the viruses are spread into the air. So now we have learned about the pathogens. Yes, the pathogens, they enter our body and they cause disease in us. Now we will learn about the insects and the animals which acts as a carrier of disease. Now there are some insects and animals which acts as a carrier of disease. So number one is the housefly. The housefly is a carrier of disease. Now, how is the housefly carrier of disease? Now, the housefly sits in the garbage, okay? And when the housefly sits in the garbage, the pathogens sticks to its body, okay? The pathogen sticks to its body. And then, when the housefly comes back and sits on the uncovered food, and then when we consume that uncovered food, we fall sick. Okay, now this is how the housefly act as a carrier of disease. Next we have, you can see, the Anaphylase mosquito. Now this Anaphylase mosquito is also a carrier of disease. This Anaphylase mosquito carries the parasite of malaria. Next we have the Aedes mosquito. Okay, the female Aedes mosquito act as a. Okay, now you see, there are some microorganisms which not only cause disease in human beings, but they also cause disease in the plants. Okay, plants such as, like the potato, the sugar cane, then the orange, apple plants, they cause disease in them. Okay, they cause disease in them and they reduce their growth. Okay, now you see, there are also some microorganisms which grow in our food and they produce some toxic substances, and after producing that toxic substances in our food, the food becomes poisonous, and if we consume that food, what will happen? Serious illness might cause, and also we might die. Okay, we might also die. Now we will talk about the preservatives. Okay, now you see, I have written here, salt and edible oils are the common chemicals generally used to check the growth of the microorganisms. So salt and oils are used to check the growth of the microorganisms. And you see here, common salt has been used to preserve meat and fish. Meat and fish are covered with dry salt to check the growth of the bacteria. So meat and fish, are covered with the dry salt to check the growth of the bacteria. Next we have, in the jams and in the jellies, sugar is used to preserve them. Next we have the use of oil and vinegar. Now the oil and vinegar prevents the spoilage of pickles because bacteria cannot live in such environment. So the oil and the vinegar also acts as, preservatives. Okay, they are used in the pickles so that to check the growth of the microorganisms, and microorganisms cannot live in such, environment. Okay, so now we have the heat and cold treatments. So what is this heat and cold treatments? Now you see, you have heard also, your mother saying or someone saying at home that boiling kills the bacteria. Yes, it is very much true. This fact is a very true fact, because when we boil, the bacteria are killed. And this heat and cold treatment is similar to this only. That is, boiling kills many microorganisms. Similarly, low temperature inhibits the growth of the microorganisms. And that's why we keep our food in the refrigerator, because in the low temperature the microorganisms cannot grow. And these days, you see I have written here, these days dry fruits and vegetables are sold in sealed airtight packets to prevent the attack of microorganisms. So these days the fruits and the vegetables are sold in airtight packets, to prevent the attack of the microbes. So thank you. See you in the next class. I hope you all have understood.